Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to Leisure Gaming. I am Leisure, and like I said from earlier today, we are back. We are going to continue this story for the Amphoreus storyline, and it has gotten some interesting details. And when I tell you some interesting details, it really has. Like, we're learning about we've learned about how the Titans have come about. We've learned about how there were the embodiments of actual humans first, like Calypso is actually Circe and Circe is Calypso and vice versa. We saw the twins, Casterus and her sister, oh gosh, can't think of her name, Polypa, I cannot think, Polly, I'm just gonna call her Polly, and how she sacrificed herself. And you know, I think I took I did take a read, and it's like she sacrificed herself so that way she can open up a way to bring Casterus back. And now Casterus is this embodiment of death, and that's why she can't touch people. Just a lot. So, if you want to see how that played out, go ahead, take a look under the live tab, episode 27. You could watch that, see how we got to this point. And if you want to see anything before that, you can go ahead and check it out from episode 1. Stream all the way up. Put your headphones in while you're studying, something like that. So now, our mission here is, because we have seen her kind of team up with Alexa, and she's explained to Aglaia what happened and what brought that on and what she saw. And now we are going to head over to the sunken city to continue the path. And we find out that the main character here, so we find out that our main character here has been dead the entire time, from the time that we actually got here. So, but our soul is kind of like wandering around wherever our soul is. So we got to go get our soul back. And so that's why we're also heading towards this sunken city. So it's kind of like twofold, right? Casterus gets to do her part of the mission for Alexa to find out where Thanatos is, and while we're there, we're gonna hopefully find my soul and put the soul back in my body. Even though I'm standing here, I'm technically, quote unquote, dead. It's been a trip so far. It has been an absolute trip so far. So Mem's gonna fall back to sleep, and while Mem is sleeping, I'm gonna continue this the question of the day. All right. Question of the day being, what TV show had the worst cliffhanger? And cliffhanger for the series, and we had talked about this a little bit earlier. I said mine was the
Cass?
Oh, it was
What a surprise. Lady
let me think about it. It was a superhero show. What was it? No Ordinary Family, where it just kind of dropped off because they didn't renew the season, so it just kind of left you with a huge cliffhanger. And then the other one is, oh gosh, I just had it.
There is no telling what we'll encounter there.
Malik Yoba is in it,
Want to have any
and it is
regrets.
called Alphas. Their family and Alphas were probably the two worst ones that I can think of, because the series just ends with them being just, because they don't renew, and I guess they thought they were gonna get renewed, so it just ends in like such an abrupt way. You're like, what happens next? So what TV show had the worst cliffhanger for you?
That see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart. Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships, as it is the fate every Chrysoceres.
And now we're down to 2
live
trivia.
We're
down to
happy
2.
for you that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally surfaced.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where tomorrow is, don't you? There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's. Because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest Chrysocere we know.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. This feeling... it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. So much I want to accomplish before setting off.
Let's not worry about doing all that because I feel like you'll take forever. Let's just set off. Let's get to the actual meat of it now. We got your mission from the Nexa. We gotta go get my soul back. That's what I would like to do, please.
We'll make sure to give it to you. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia. Safe travels. See you tomorrow!
Alright, here we go. Nope, it's not gonna let me cut. It's just fast travel. Double Casterus.
I hope I didn't make you... Huh? No. No. I'm here because of private matters, actually. If it isn't too much to ask, I'd really like it if you could come along with me to retrieve something.
What are we retrieving?
Aren't you going to ask me
Nope,
what it
I don't
is?
even want to know what it is. I just want to...
It isn't a
Let's
long
go,
way from here.
Casterus. We got a lot to
Shall
do.
I'd love to go with you. Have you heard?
Can I just... I was gonna fast travel it, but I guess that wouldn't... Well, it doesn't look like we need her, so we can just run ahead.
The streets are packed.
I want to vote! Tell me how I can vote!
Take your ceramic shard engraved with the Kefali rune, select the Council of Elders in your heart, and pray silently until the shard registers your choice. Then toss it into the Dolium.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons? The Black Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing back Erechrysia? It's all a sham to create their own Erechrysia in Akama!
The Titans are just. So long as we do not overstep our bounds again, we will not incur divine wrath.
Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue. You'll see soon enough, you old fogey.
Oh,
And
old
I've heard
fogey.
that the lanterns smack
Ooh.
some sense into you with their scales. We shall see how this turns out.
That was quite a spectacle.
That was rough.
I suppose peaceful is technically correct if no actual violence happened. To this day, I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Amphoreus. And its people are even holding votes to reconcile differing opinions. This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is the end times. Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there were devotees of Thanatos, and were well known for their unique burial rites and traditions. Traditions that I played a major role in. Yes. You now know me as the Mortician of Akama. But back in those days, I was Idonia's Maiden of War. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Eracrisia's mistake and lead them to meet the great god of death. They provided me shelter, but in return, I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for execution, and heroes alike.
For those just joining, she can't touch anything living.
Yes. No matter how kind or cruel the means,
She cannot touch. Well, she can't touch humans, living humans. A simple touch, pretty much, they die. So
I can't do it. Their voices, they pierce my ears. The pleading, the thanks.
I know that feeling, child. I was once as lost as you are now. But you must respect those walking towards death. Just like how you should respect yourself as the Holy Maiden granting humans glory and liberation.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human lives.
This won't be the first time that Idonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world. The fact that you can wield it means you are deserving of respect.
That's such a twisted reason.
Then let me tell you a story. In Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called Draconian, in memory of Drakon, an elderly executioner. The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly and accurately, the holes would make no sound, and the executed would also depart this world quickly and painlessly. But should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce a piercing whistle. On that cue, the screams of the executed are sure to follow. Every executioner after Drakon is to hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Every swing of their blade must be more resolute than the last, for failing to do so will bring pain. Pain for the dying, as well as pain for themselves.
No. I can never get used to this.
You misunderstand, child. I am not telling you to get used to it. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches with more and more determination. Go, walk with the dead, and love them as you love life. Then you'll no longer hear those noises.
That is rough to tell a person that. Like, could you imagine that you have the ability to touch someone, they die? Ooh. This one actually, I don't think I've ever seen the game give me a red... Nope, that's not true. I think we saw it when we first ran into Acheron. Yeah.
No!
So, could you imagine being told to, like, hey, train yourself, steel yourself to put these people to death with just a touch? And Castorus clearly has a good heart. So it's like I can see that being very troubling for her, right?
Gain some insights through his sacrifice.
Is this all?
No. Come with me. This is just the beginning of your life as the Maiden of War.
You executioner!
Oof. Alright, so now we're getting some backstory with her. Oh, we can't change. We're stuck. Okay. Oh, that's one way to show death.
Do it then, executioner. I curse you.
Why? Please. When will this ever end?
You murderer!
What are you trying to do with me?
I have aged. The time has come for me to heed the summons of Thanatos and journey to their domain.
Nope, she gotta
The
go.
final resting place of every Idonian.
You're not that old yet. You still have many, many years ahead of you.
No. I'm already dead. For I have come to fear my declining health and impending death. Castorus, will you give me one last chance to charge towards fear and prove that I am no coward?
I can't take this anymore.
Child, it was I who brought you here from the frosty plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, Chief Executioner of Idonia, who forced the heavy duty of executing others onto you. I've always known that you have doubts and even anger about my faith and about me.
I never had a choice.
Indeed. We essentially abducted you. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers. Shouldn't
I mean,
it
she
be
has a
easy
point. She
for
could
you to
just
escape from here?
touch every person and walk away.
I'll never do that. It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take
She has a
death,
good heart.
or how
I feel
readily
like
they
that's the
accept
problem.
it.
She has a good heart. I feel like
I
most
simply
people
can't
would just be
do
like,
it.
okay, touch, 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 touch. Call it a day.
I knew I was right about you.
What do you mean?
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. I know no one else in the world would understand the weight of life and death more than you do. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life. A destination we will all eventually reach. Humans should not resist it, but learn how to face it. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this principle. And when you do, even
Can we
if
just touch her and end
you
this already?
eventually leave Idonia's protection, even if you must carry the curse forever, you can live with your head held high, like everyone else.
No. How can I?
Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you...
Yeah, let's just end this now. Just go ahead, touch her, end the monologue, and let's move on. I get that this is a history check for Cassarus, but
Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you...
I'm not sure why we're fighting these guys, but I'll take it. I'm glad we finally get to do something besides just talk. Talk no jutsu is getting insane.
Receive divinity.
Darkness with me. May death protect us. This was the last time I followed her command. I gently touched the elderly woman before me. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. A gasp for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor in her fingertips. Elder Amonette, the person who tried to teach me about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. She spent her life embodying the beliefs of the Idonians, and when death finally came, she embraced it exactly as their doctrine had taught. I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls with the others I had laid to rest. Then,
Yeah, she has such a kind heart
in search of Thanatos.
for such a horrible power.
It was a long, long journey. I heard
Right?
so many
Like,
discussions
it's just
about
like
death along the way.
she's very
Life
kind.
finds meaning in
Because I feel
death.
like I know a couple
The world
people,
improves
include
because
myself
there is an
included.
end. It seems
It
the
would
most
suck that I
terrible
wouldn't be able to
darkness on
touch
this
anyone.
world. Everyone
But if I
talks about
just,
its heavy
you know,
weight.
go down the line of
Some
bad guys,
resist
be
it,
like tap tap
some
tap tap tap
worship
tap
it,
tap, you're
and
done.
some even revere it. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I was running away. Then, I started searching for it. And now, at the end, I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind?
I don't want to die. Please,
Oh.
just let me go. I don't
Oh, this is new.
I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go. I need him. I don't.
I hate these icy hands.
When did they put anime-styled cutscenes in? I like this. Honkai, continue to do this. ZZZ, take note of this. I like this. We need a Honkai anime, definitely.
Get it over with. End its suffering.
Young Amphoreus being used to put people down.
The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace.
That must suck. I mean, and she was doing this as a kid and still couldn't get used to it. Oof, even through the gloves.
Embrace death.
So pretty much I thought it was just like humans, but animals, plants, any living thing she cannot touch. That sucks. Little girl. And the little girl's gonna die now. Oh, okay. That I took that to a dark place pretty quickly. For some reason I thought it was just gonna travel through the branch and then she's dead. Yeah, I definitely I do feel bad for Casters. I really do. Looking at this backstory for her. I do feel bad. This has definitely been a rough life for her.
Is that you, Casteress?
Oh, it's the young girl from before.
Heeding death's summon, crossing into their domain. I must go
Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go. I can't. These hands, they're too cold.
Oh.
But big sister Castoris, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
Man, that is a tearjerker. You gotta feel bad for her. Like, golly. And she can't control it, right? Kind of like Rogue's powers. So it's like if she were able to actually control it and turn it on and off, I feel like her life would be a lot better. Her life would have been a lot better if she could have. Oh, man.
Can hands like these really be warm?
Okay, the creepy dare stare wasn't needed, but I
On the
mean
day
that
of
was
Onyx's trial
fantastic,
had many
and I hope that
questions.
they need to keep doing
I
that.
felt just as
Please,
confused.
Honkai,
Why,
put more
as
anime
someone from
cutscenes
beyond
in
the
because
sky,
that was
were you so cruelly
beautifully
trapped into
done.
Amphoreus' fate? I wished I could take action, but no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with the living as ordinary people do.
The dare sees your soul.
Brushed against each other
That dare
unintentionally
stare
in the
was
grove.
like that dare
It's
stare
obvious
was
that nothing had
quite
happened.
intense, and that was
An
rough.
almost unattainable hope finally welled up in my heart. When I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow, fate declared to me, it wasn't that the curse of death had finally been lifted.
I hope they keep this trend because that was
Her soul no
fantastic.
longer belonged to this
I would
world,
never skip a cutscene
and there was nothing
ever
left for my
again
hands to
if they
take.
put some more of that in there.
Nothing. And did I really think this time would be any different? It's not that I don't understand this reality, just that I'm unwilling to accept it. Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and death. I am resigned to eternal despair. Anything I wish to hold on to, death will inevitably wrest from my grasp. From that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again. Until Onyx laid bare the cruel truth before us. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm by
I mean, if she
Mm-hmm.
wants a hug, can we not hug her right now? Like, we're not affected by it. We're already dead.
Separation.
Just give her a hug right now and call
I
it a
found
day.
no surprise in it, for her words sounded not like a foretelling, but a perfect reflection of my past. Embraces in this world are born of reunions. Yet, My touch speaks only of farewells.
Like, I get it that we needed a little bit more backstory, but can
we would weave itself through the entirety?
Can she stop going through this whole self-reflection
And yet,
and finding herself? She's
She's
had millennia to do this.
Now that I can finally have an audience with Thanatos, perhaps I can rewrite the meaning of that fated prophecy. I have no reason not to give it my all for your sake. And for
Well,
my
more
own.
specifically for my sake, because I want my soul back.
I won't have any regrets. Let's put that aside for the moment. We've arrived. I want to retrieve a small gift I specially prepared for you. I made it myself, like the trinket I gave Lady Trianne. I want to leave something for everyone, if possible. The journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one. I want to make full use of every moment I have before we depart, so that I don't have any regrets. No, it isn't. You'll know when you see it. Look, it's right there.
A table?
Huh? Where did it go? What's going on?
Oh, I bet you it's that purple thieving son of a gun again.
This is a...
Oh, never mind.
Queen
It's
of
Cypher.
Amphoreus and a slate. So it's her. No doubt about it. This is her favorite symbol. It's a Lady Cypher, the demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. She's a master thief who's left legendary tales all over Amphoreus. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a crass manner.
Man, don't come at her
Let's
like
just
that.
trace the slate says and look for Lady Cypher.
Okay, so what do we have to do? Should you wish to find me, visit Moral Market. There lies a golden short spear I've left. Okay.
Look, it's right there. We must pursue her.
Alright, we get to do something else besides talk no jutsu. Alright. Oh.
This is a trick she left for us.
2 short spears, 1 correct, 1 wrong. Oh, let's see if the scroll has a hint. 2 golden short spears. 1 golden short spear engraved with the truth can lead you to the kitty phantom. And I guess the right, let's see. So the left says, don't be fooled, the right spear is engraved with lies. Trust me, both spears are engraved with the truth.
She's incorrigible.
Oops.
Follow me. This is how it should be. We must pursue her.
I'm still finding these bugs. Alright. Where did this thing go?
Lady Cypher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom?
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the people and letting the wind carry your voice.
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place. Unless your offer is tempting enough to steal the wind. What say you?
Name your price. I'll give you however much you want. I'm sorry. Bargaining is really not my forte.
No wonder they call you Princess Homebody. Why don't you two come over to mine?
No, I should have pulled for Cypher.
Make a better venue for proper business
I needed a
discussions.
Glaya, but I definitely should have pulled for
You
Cypher.
can find where I live through the winds I've sown.
Piece of cake. I can do that even if I can only sense your soul.
Alright, I'll see you there. Oh, by the way, everyone cool with me collecting a deposit before we reach an agreement, right? Now, come this way.
She's incorrigible. Follow me.
Crikey, I don't remember how to get up there.
Does it really work?
Over here! Over here!
No, not that way.
This way!
Come on. If I really wanted to hide, you'd never find me. So relax, you two. No need to get your hackles up. I'm not that scary, am I? Meow.
Oh man.
No way. Some people might have been into that a millennium ago, but it's long since gone out of style. Loosen up, buddy. Shall we get down to business?
Give me the jewelry piece first. Or everything's off the table.
I definitely should have pulled for her.
Oh, come now. Don't be so upset. Relax.
I mean, I guess I still have time.
Relax. Look,
I just don't
isn't
have enough to
you
get
here
her
just great?
and the light cone
You can see what
within
everyone is
14
doing,
days
where
left.
they're going, and they won't even know you're here. Now that we've broken the ice,
Might be less than that.
let's get to the point. Everything I've said so far has been a joke. I'm inviting you two here for 3 things. 1, the seamstress found me and wants me to take you to Styxia to look for the Death Titan. 2, the Council of Elders also found me and wants me to make sure the core flame of Thanatos ends up in their hands. And last, but not least, I'm telling you that I'm not interested in doing either of those things. Don't go look for the Death Titan. The end. Wow, this is some high-quality stuff. And this room is full of it. How much are these worth, Did you get all of this through that Aranova gimmick?
Some of it is family fortune, while the rest came from my business as a dressmaster. Don't liken the flame chase work to your shady dealings.
Wow. I should have busted down your door instead of going around like a thief. Well, spill. Why are you giving me so much money?
Payment for doing work. You're worth this much.
Did you forget my stance to all this? I thought I made myself very clear.
You wish to run away. Run away from your responsibilities, from the prophecy, and from your destiny. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. I understand this prophecy weighs on you immensely. That is why I have never approached the demigod of trickery for running away. But I need you right now, so don't turn me down.
You know, maybe the gods got your tongue with their golden threads, Aglaya. I'm not hearing any sincerity in your words. Give me a reason why you're bowing your noble head to me.
We lost Trian.
Oh.
The divine power of passages is running out. I need another demigod to escort Amphoreus and help her fulfill her lifelong wish.
Oh, I get it now. You're sending Amphoreus to her death. And you want me to die with her.
Jeez, how did she...
This is
I don't think that's what's
Amphoreus's
happening.
Request. I have never seen
Way to
her so
jump.
determined.
She brought this up herself? You're not pulling my leg.
She's also made up her mind to leave her confused past behind. As will you, Cypher, when you finally make up your mind.
Don't be so sure. Time is hard on the likes of you and I. But Amphoreus remains pure as driven snow. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe she'll remember Trian's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember the countless martyred Chrysos heirs. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. I ain't as optimistic as you about what she'll want to do. Tell you what. Why don't I take this
I like her
room of treasures as a
personality.
security deposit,
I like Cypher's personality.
and we make a bet.
Oh, I should have pulled.
I bet she'll change her mind and turn back. Now, if I lose, I'll do what you want me to do. Return this deposit to you, plus giving you another room full of treasures. How does that sound?
You sound like you have all the confidence in the world. In that case, let's make a pact with those conditions. I hope you're prepared to lose it all.
In conclusion, I want to win. So I hope you two can give up on going to Styxia.
Nope, you just lost,
I'll
Cypher.
give all the
Sorry.
treasures in
We're
that
going.
room to you. And you can split it between yourselves, however you want. What do you think? Tempting, right?
I decline. If we don't find the Death Titan, his soul will...
Oh?
I can't go into the details, but we have to go to Styxia.
I really don't get how. Princess, homebuddy, you keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of your curse, and you don't care about anything else. But did you ever live for your own pleasure? Even for just one day?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Aglaya didn't take you in just so you can die for her Aranova.
The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't
Alright,
that
what are you
why
getting
you're
at,
always
Cypher?
running away from Lady Aglaya?
Never mind. We all have our own problems.
Oh, got something right in
I
my
didn't
eye.
say anything anymore.
It's not like I was gonna honor that bet anyway.
But listen to me. Styxia is no tourist destination. Sure, the treasures buried in there are 10, no, 50 times richer than Aglaya's vault. Yet, I've never been there. And I never plan to. Because even a demigod can't be sure they can walk out of that place alive. And now I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia. Sure. Pay up. Her payment was in gold and precious stones, which only covers the living passenger. You need to pay me as a member of the dead.
What?
I don't like this. However, I have lived a longer life than most people. Though I'm not as good at doing business as Lady Aglaya, I still have some savings. I can give them all to you.
Then how are you going to live the rest of your life?
Then I'll give you 90. No, 80%.
Well, don't mind if I do. 80% of Castrus.
Oh, Castrus has like
and a bottle of dew of
the least amount of savings ever, where she doesn't make any type of profit off of this. Sorry, Cypher.
Okay. I didn't know you hold grudges. Gray mystery. Here! Catch.
Be careful with that!
A minor change in plans, though. Don't go to the bath tomorrow. Come look for me at Akama's city gates instead.
So, why are you changing the meeting place?
Oh, nothing really. Just a bit scared of the seamstress's frosty face. I wouldn't stay a second longer in Akama if it were up to me. Well, now that we've struck a deal, why don't I give you guys a lift back? It's gonna be a long ride. So have a good rest.
Oh boy, Cypher. I think that's the closest spot. It's better to go back this way. Nah, let's go back. Let's go through this way.
Bright and sunny. Just the weather for farewells.
You're here?
Totally. The trio team is the best set up to reach the finals. No need, I already told her. She's fine with it. You sure know how to put me in a spot, Castrus. I need to travel with you, but I can't touch you. What a bother.
Sorry.
I really do like her
I
personality.
was just teasing. Don't take it to heart. Did you know that the legends say you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or over their eyes if you want them to successfully cross the River of Souls and enter the Nether Realm? That's the fairy fare for entering the Nether Realm. However, I honestly won't ask you to pay this time. I'll pay. And then we'll just have to go through the motions.
Don't worry. It's not a lot.
Alright, pass me the coin. It's time to get the gods' powers going. A fleet-footed trip to the Nether Realm. Here we come.
How is she pulling this
One
off?
last thing
Is it a
before we
portal?
go. I gotta give you this piece of advice. Especially to you, Princess Homebody. You can't catch the wind by waiting. You only live once. So make the most of every moment you have. Get ready. Be steady. Hi, your turn. Don't be nervous. After all, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye.
Oh, okay.
All done.
She's essentially Flash. She is essentially Flash. She has super. So how did she transfer Casterus here if she can't touch Casterus?
Are you feeling all right? She's the demigod of trickery. When she flips the coin of whimsy into the air, she gains incredible speed that lets her travel anywhere in an instant.
That wasn't just incredible speed.
Just like how she clearly had no intention of lingering here for even a second longer.
She used a stick.
We can only depend on ourselves for the rest of the way.
Don't worry, Mem's here to help. Being cute isn't
So
my
pretty
only
much,
forte.
she grabbed us,
I'm
dropped
strong,
us,
too.
and said, "I'm out."
This is Styxia, the city of
She's like,
dragons
"I am
and
not sticking
waves."
around for this."
Anaxa hypothesizes that the missing Thanatos is somewhere in these ruins. This is the land of their birth. Or perhaps of their death. Anaxa had used a secret alchemical art to temporarily fuse his soul with Circe's and Kephale. And when he was on the verge of death, he was pulled by Thanatos and caught a glimpse of the flowing river of souls. This alchemy, considered a sacrilegious act, might actually make the souls of mortals and titans attract each other. Even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000 years, and even their followers haven't been able to find them. Perhaps that special attraction could summon them here.
Oh, so are we going to use that Philosopher's Stone to conjure the Titan?
I guess that's the only way. The only leads we have now are the name of this city and the fairy tale about the dragon.
Thanatos is even more
Well, let's go and
mysterious
investigate
than
some
I
of
am.
that first before we start using a
Indeed.
Philosopher's Stone.
Even one as erudite as Anaxa could only point us to this place, and no further. We will be entering the unknown as soon as we take our first steps. But that won't be the first time in my long journeys. I believe that, rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
Please don't jinx us with anything. Please don't jinx us.
Go back whence you came. Go back. What a beautiful butterfly. Is it talking to us?
This is a eulogistic butterfly. They are found in places where many have met their demise. In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, it is as if the Titan has made life into a specimen. Others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the Nether Realm.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are rather, direct.
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves that we're fast approaching the realm of the dead. These shadowy figures. reflected by the River of Souls.
Do you want to buy any fish?
Nope.
Huh? He can see us?
Wait. More living people. I'm not selling my fish to living people.
Wrong living people.
Shameless. Buying fish without paying. If I ever see her again, I
Her? Her who?
Could it be that you're all dead souls that never achieved rest?
The Nether Realm does not exist.
Okay, that got dark. I would have turned right around and said, okay, I'm out.
Titan rejects you.
But unfortunately, my soul is down here somewhere, so I gotta get my soul back. But as soon as I grab it, I'm leaving.
So, do you want to buy any fish?
With that kind of message, you're asking me about fish?
Fish nearby.
Are the fish gone? The people are gone too. I can only keep selling fish. So, do you want to buy any fish?
Oh, this guy's stuck in like a hell loop.
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of savings, but perhaps there's another way for me to release you from your suffering. Please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully amid a gentle field of flowers.
This...
I knew it. These people aren't illusions. They're the souls of the deceased. They're supposed to reach the end of the West Wind by floating down the River of Souls. Yet, they have floundered upon the shoals of the stream, unable to move forward. Did Thanatos reject them? Or perhaps they didn't really die at all? I have no idea. This circumstance is completely unprecedented. Hang on. Didn't he say more living people?
Yep, he did.
So that means he's seen other members of the living apart from us. Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit?
If something is done out of goodwill, are you really gonna call it deceit?
Goodwill? I can't see anything good out of... Wait a minute. Lady
Oh, I thought Cypher left.
That's me. I still belong to the land of the living as of now. Thank you very much.
Could it be that you are the living being that those souls met?
I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know?
Oh, how nice of you.
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood by all of them.
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied by the Nether Realm. So now they're stuck in a few brief moments of their life. Unable to move forward or back. Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield. Styxia is so freaky.
Then why have you come back, Lady Cypher?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world. Especially that stinky River of Souls. But, I just discovered some stuff before I left. And it's about that boy
hit
who
the button
defied
too
death.
quickly.
I found traces of him here.
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! that's his name.
Oh, Mighty's here?
Now you know. As for whether that info is actually useful, that's for you lot to figure out. So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery.
Huh? She disappeared just like that?
Lady Cypher has always been a free spirit.
Man, she hightailed it out of there, and I don't blame her.
Valuable information.
With that speed, I would have been out of there
If Lord
too.
Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those wandering souls. He will find his way, even in the realm of the dead.
Don't worry, it's time for me to shine. Ornyx's rune of recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return the river to before it got flooded.
Let's see, how much time do we have left? 11 days. I said 14. And I am in dire need of this light comb.
Hey, over here!
Ornyx's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
Oh, it's gone. Alright, what else is up here? Nope. Can I grab it fast enough? Let's see. I can't grab it fast enough. Nope. So that's another puzzle. We'll have to figure that one out.
Huh. So this path actually didn't exist back then?
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with them. I want to make something with it. But what to make?
Nope. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting this. Well, I guess I probably should have been expecting this. I knew that this is exactly... I should have known that that would happen as soon as you hit it. That means I have to use it for something. What that is, I'm not entirely sure yet.
Ah, by the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please, forgive me.
Foreign warrior?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast. You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen described.
A campaign? Who are you campaigning against?
Nobody knows. As of now, of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be approached, as it is the doorway between the netherworld and the mortal realm. As for the rest of the scouts, they've completely lost their souls and are decaying by the day. While there is still dissension within the city, the scholars agree that this calamity was so unprecedented that it needed to be given a new designation.
An unprecedented calamity. Could it be death?
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well, death is just one of the possibilities. It's too early to come to a definitive conclusion.
I'm pretty sure death is a definitive conclusion.
A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the Era Chrysia before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where is the scout who managed to come back?
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, it was his intel that convinced us to rally together. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings death.
It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, wasn't this part of that fable?
Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing?
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's the
He's
same
in a loop.
lines. Looks like he's still trapped in the moments before his death.
Leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago. Styxia no longer exists.
Styxia is no more? This cannot stand! Newcomers, hurry up and go take your positions!
Oh, looks like it's difficult for this gentleman to accept reality.
Sir, I am the Maiden of War, sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing, then today's battle will be smooth sailing.
Maiden of War? I've never heard of this. There's little time to waste. Please don't take too long.
Don't worry. I'm typically unwilling to prolong such a moment.
Is it over? Have we...
Well, hold on. If Thanatos is denying them entry, where are they going?
I'm fine. I just didn't expect that I would still have to embalm others, even in the realm of the dead. Is this a remnant of his soul?
Well then, why should I place my trust in you? Holy maiden from afar.
Wait, this is... I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos, heir of death, Arkema ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them.
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I will never make any superfluous moves on my own.
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Chrysos heir's journey.
And yet, you seem to not mind.
That's because The fate that we were born with is a burden far heavier than that of an individual's life. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akina welcomes you, Casterus.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do with Orynyx's rune?
Perhaps. But I do not need a reminder from them. This memory is one that I will never forget. I really want to repay her for that trust.
Well then let's get this mission going. Enough with this
Why would
jutsu.
this memory appear right now? Is this really Orynyx's power?
We shouldn't have to fight all of them, right? Can we not just... Let's see something. Oh, never mind. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to fight them all.
Could these dead monsters actually be... Why are the Black Tide monsters here too? Can they swim in the River of Souls?
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept Black Tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay a heavy price. Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place of such discordant noise. Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Go for it.
This is what we do! We can do anything!
I feel that flame! Let me go! Me!
As you wish.
Bloom. Receive divinity. Repent. The dead return!
That was easy enough.
May wandering souls find their own way out. The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy.
This is yet an...
If Dan Heng was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
If Lady Hycelens was still alive, I think she might be able to do that too. You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
We have to use that light to catch it. Get that chest.
Oh, this place. It must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from
Oh,
a distant
come on,
land
more
who had
talking.
the misfortune of falling into the River of Souls and turned into a member of the dead.
Huh? This one seems to know that she's already dead.
Oh, I was merely speculating. But it seems I was right. And you... I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right?
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo.
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident. Instead, I leaped into it to seek my death.
Wow. That is...
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too miserable. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead.
Alright, Cassers, just touch her and let's get her out of here.
What cowards humans are. For we fear both life and death simultaneously.
I'm sorry. I am also powerless to answer that question.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, grant me death. Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries. For some people, this power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse. But I never managed to convince myself of that.
Cass, are you still trying to create a world without death?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that cannot be solved. This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium. My mind might have changed once upon a time if people managed to strike up a friendship with me, but I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about...
Okay. Whew. All that talk no jutsu.
Wow. This place is so spacious. That's fine and all, but we need to lay down some rules. We're not gonna return to the past to steal things. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even higher? There seems to be a...
But how should we get up there?
Oh, how are we gonna figure this one out first?
The path is blocked yet again.
Oryx's 8 always appears in times like this. How convenient. Look, there's even a platform lift over there. The chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
Wait, what if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Why would you say that?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Like, why would you say that, Mem, at like the worst possible time?
Why does he look so or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the area.
You have a point. Although... while this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty. So please go away right this instant.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by.
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud?
Yes,
I'm
you did.
Sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a warrior.
A warrior.
Oh, did we catch up to Mighty? Are we catching up?
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive?
It's a long story. We're here to seek an audience with Thanatos.
Thanatos? Who's that?
Is it possible that he's also living in the era before death descended?
Death? Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Pollux? Is that the embodiment of No. Death?
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while.
Right.
The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it, but they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper.
Is it the princess? From the lore?
Where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all of Amphoreus with as for whether this rumor is true. Well, no one knows.
You have my thanks for the invaluable insight that you've given us.
Okay, so it's the girl from the lore that we heard
Please,
earlier.
Treat this touch as a token of my gratitude.
I wonder if it's her sister. I don't know why I'm thinking it's this, but what if it is? It probably is.
Thank you.
This is his.
Then you granted him death. That isn't like you. You would have refused even if I commanded you to do so.
I don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but I am still in a state of turmoil.
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words...
You feel that he's similar to you?
Yes.
So it sounds like they were pretty much
Since he can never be
immortal.
inferior to others in
And
martial
then
combat,
this quote-unquote death
will be the
came
inevitable
about
outcome every time he strikes.
and puts people down.
That's
Well,
why he
death
approached
came
me
about.
and
Death happened.
Pleaded for me to put an end to all of this.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making your peace with death in so abrupt a manner.
I have not made peace with death. I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they were already content with the lives that they'd lived. They had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world.
I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of
No, I don't want to listen to any story. Can we continue? This has just been one big story.
Who brought you to me in that ice field? A tale told by the Queen of Styxia.
What? Wait a minute. That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace, the personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
I've already had an inkling for a while now. But I honestly have no memories of Styxia.
It's her twin
My
sister.
memories only begin after Aminet brought me to Idonia.
probably her twin sister. Remember, her twin sister did sacrifice herself. I'm convinced that it's the twin sister. I could be wrong, but I'm convinced it's the twin sister.
This is...
Living ones? Could you be the scions of Styxia? Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here? And have thus arrived to give me the last material that I need for transmutation?
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance? You have? Then that's good. During the age of myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world.
But
so Pollux is the name of the dragon.
Already bring death to the world?
Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
So, it's just as I feared. This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds.
Okay.
But this River of Souls was blocked by Pollux's fall.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower. Although, I am still missing the most crucial material of all. That final ingredient. The final sacrifice is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task. Take this, all of you, and please fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf.
So is Castor's gonna sacrifice herself?
This.
At the end?
We had been inebriated in Falusa's feast too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the Netherrealm. Unable to rest in peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from
Who's she talking to?
all of the suffering that we went through.
I promise that I will care for her as a mother. That I will protect her from the evils of death.
And did she just bring us up to be this executioner?
Thank you for your kindness as her mother. Please bless this child with a name before I am swept away by the river of souls. Please, let me know how I should address her in my next life.
Oh. Like how a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting papilio castor, perches on the twig of death. Castorus. That shall be her name.
That's where my name comes from.
A massive roar in the distance.
What is making that ruckus?
Well, what do you think it is, ma'am? A big dragon.
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling upon you.
Black Tide creations. When did they, Mister? Please fight them with caution.
Be careful not to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures.
Everyone, hide behind me.
Divinity.
As you wish.
Bloom. Repent.
I feel that swing.
Embrace a new life.
There's so many of them.
Oh, that's a new one. That's a new one.
Protect us.
Hey, Mighty's here. Where did he just show up? Where'd he come from? What an entrance.
Lord Mighty?
Why is Mighty?
Lord Mighty.
Why is Mighty looking a little
You've been through
ghosty?
some tough battles once again.
That black tide is endless. My death is only temporary. I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to. Why does death reject you?
I'm the one resisting it. I must resist the temptation to go with the flow.
And that's how you stay immortal, folks. Resist death. And you can stay
against
immortal.
the current and kill my way out of this cursed Netherrealm. That is my destiny.
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers. He's working hard every minute to deny death. It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower. Just...
Matos challenge.
Yeah, you know you want to, Mighty.
Right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
Let's go together, Castorus. Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide your way.
Cass, are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, we have to. I still need my soul back.
I'm afraid. There's no reason for us to turn back anymore. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
Oh, let's do a little power up.
Numbers.
Oh, this son of a gun. He's another trickster thing. I don't want to be bothered with this guy. I don't want to be bothered. I just wanted to open up a chest. That was it.
I've learned something.
Okay, are we gonna fight this dragon? Because it feels like that's where we're heading.
This is going to be difficult. Please calm down. If you were to fall into the icy cold river of souls, I'm afraid that you really would die here.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other side. The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find a miracle orb anywhere. Oh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance? That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me. Just shout for me when you need my help! Got it! Just leave it to me!
Mem did it.
The pink squirrel.
The pink squirrel.
Please come a little closer.
Ah!
Aren't I a good fit for Ornyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever. The alchemical matrix should be behind this door. Is
Trivy! Or Trian.
It's little Cass and little Gray. Oh, there's also little D and the big puppy. Trian? Aren't you?
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Soul.
it really works like this? Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side.
Oh, come on. You can't bring Trian in there and be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is your last conversation with her.
So, Trian has been standing here at this spot closest to the world of the living and waiting for little Cass.
Oh, it must have been very tough for you.
But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Nether Realm. Trian promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you. So, little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it.
This is what Lady Trevi once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
The Holy Maiden of Janus. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
Seriously, it's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trian.
This is our flame chase journey.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you.
have dared to dream. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first
She's having a
time
lot
I
of
went to
firsts.
market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaia. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trianne, and Lady Treenan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacinth. The first time I took care of Dromesis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
No, we don't need to take pictures now. Come on.
Trianne says yes! Trianne likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living.
I thought so too.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
You can't take the picture, ma'am.
There won't be any. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Treeby, Treenan, and Trianne's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mister's life.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
I don't think that's gonna happen, Trianne, but, you know, hey.
Lady Trianne.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls.
Alright, who are we fighting at the end of this?
If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living. I seek not to enter the door to the nether realm. Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision.
Oh, come on, girl.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting, I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle.
I thought she left.
Coming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
She's just been following behind.
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
Because Mighty's a man, he's not gonna worry about such trivial matters.
Strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate.
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Georios' earth, Kephali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kephali's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
You mean... Pollux?
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why... we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
Alright, so we're gonna fight this big old dragon.
If that
Okay.
alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs? No, not from me. The sounds that come from the memories when we were collecting the souls.
Ah, I heard them too. So what are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely. All because they wanted to give me a new life. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm, even after their fall. Quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
Ah! So instead of picking up objects on the way here,
we were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life. And it is now in my hands.
How convenient.
Then, let the ritual begin.
Okay, we're getting the ritual.
Now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Oh, look who it is.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here.
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined.
Oh my gosh. We're about to summon this dragon. Why do we care about this old lady at this point?
Mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead. But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Castorus, the girl who coexists with death, but you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Oh, well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe.
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered
this story is getting... Come on.
But
I feel like there's just so many twists and turns. You got the dragon swallowing someone, then the dragon popping out this kid. The kid is Castorus.
Are only glorious and magnificent.
Man.
Because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Casterus?
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was
I mean, I feel like that has been
for all the good things in the
a
world
key that they've kind of talked about, saying like, oh, would you bring someone back from the dead that you cherished or loved? So, I mean, I can see how that ties in.
The so-called Era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love.
Yeah, which is
Not
once
even the
again,
Death Titan has the right to
why
take
is that
away from
committee
you
trying to
and
escape from that? Like, I feel like you
Nestia's
cannot
love
escape
was the
death.
chrysalis of gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother.
That's so sweet.
I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher,
Alright, here we go.
Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below.
That's a lot of water coming our way.
This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world.
great work that commands all death, I shall grant you embrace.
What the fudge is that thing?
Let's try it this other way. We can do it all!
Mem just got here. What did Mem do? When ally target's HP is reduced, accumulate desperate bubble. Okay.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Is the girl who once saved my life?
Are you done?
Or will you
Can
show
I go
yourself
now?
again, once we eradicate this hatred and regret.
Sleep is not the end. The dead will return! That which is seized must be repaid.
Can I not speed this up? Yes, thank you.
Trust me, we can do anything!
Embrace a new life.
Yeah, let's just punch it. Stabby, stabby.
Darkness with me. And I know you're anxious.
What in the shite happened there?
There's no room to weep in grief. I will grant you
Yeah, I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that he's already at 58% and my health just drops to 1.
Yes.
Underestimating us a costume.
They may be moving
Pause
by
is charging up.
but there is fury welling up within them.
Well, we need her alive.
Shall remember this.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Return to dust.
Really? 1%?
Turn back to Netherrealm. Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
And his head is still inside, like, the egg?
I'm sorry I had to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm. just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long as...
Oh. Oh, see? You took too long. You need your soul back.
What's wrong?
Are you...
He's fading. We need our soul back, please.
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again.
Yes, please do.
Stay here and keep a close watch until I return, alright?
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets. That's not funny!
It's a deal then.
Hurry up, lady. I don't have all day. I want my soul back.
Please. Wait for me.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes,
Hey, we found her sister.
just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Plixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphoreus.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Plixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning.
Oh boy.
A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, They were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm.
Alright, so that's how Casters came back and why Casters has no memories.
And manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again.
Man, these two have had it rough.
The undying human who grants death. That was the curse I forced.
These two have had it amazingly rough. Holy crap, man.
What about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you...
There's that love theme again, with how love is about death and death is love and whatever.
Instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm.
Oh, I can't run past her.
Where
Oh, come
I've been
on.
taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them. All while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring in endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset, but I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past, while sharing the same view of this landscape, I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation, and watered it with our tears of loneliness.
That's a lot of water. A lot of tears of crying, honestly.
The only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days, because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite a ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us try. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't
So
know
what is
how
the solution
I could
here?
possibly face you. But more than
You can
anything,
just join to become one person? Like, what's the solution at this point?
that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a
So wait, is she
warm
planning
sea
on
of
staying?
flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me, complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm.
So she's gonna
Souls
stay.
shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Think just one last thing.
You have a lot of wishes here. A lot of favors you want me to do.
Of course. What is it?
Please. Don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Castorus. Castorus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
It as much as I hate the whole talk no jutsu thing, the story was pretty good. The story was pretty beautiful. That was a beautiful story for two sisters.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you.
Threw her for a loop.
Are you not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphoreus' history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death.
Okay.
Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness.
And he
if
is
you are overly cautious,
full of that, I tell you
you'll
what.
never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, an Exagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Oh, that's nice that they swapped it back here. They swapped it back with this team that I had for him. Alright, I like that.
Finan.
Oh, Finan's back.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence, but that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of
I wonder how long did it take for him to graduate then?
So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's an Exagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
Lord Anaxa, you're finally here. The last speaker for the Assembly will be taking the stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lady Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show you to it? All right. This way, please.
Alright, how's this gonna play out? How's this assembly playing out?
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Finan of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akama, and the last speaker of the Assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya. Where's Lady Goldwing?
The penniless lad working
this
with...
guy to give the
This
last
called him
speech.
broke.
Is this really the end of the flame chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
By Kephali above. Dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Hydes Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't, because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the Black Tide. I will never forget the day the Black Tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students.
And Glaia's just looking so bored, like, okay, get on with it, Finon.
And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the Black Tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finon? Aren't we the best of friends? That
Since I told you she's so bored with this meeting. All these long speeches.
Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity Con, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more. But much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod.
Lies!
Oh, come on. I knew it was going to be at least one person.
Why is Akima still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akima shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akima from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaia has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic... The Council of Elders claims that Aglaia will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akima away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
Ooh. Ooh.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akuma. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity, yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words, can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet,
is he winning them over?
Your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Trivios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Oh, sounds like he's winning some people over.
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision
what does he do?
Will break
What does he do?
this
I gotta. I want to say he goes towards Aglaya, but I know that's not the
I have long
case.
since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience.
Oh no,
On
come on.
behalf of
He
the
doesn't
7
need a
sages
speech.
of the
Just
Grove of
put the
Epiphany
ticket in the
and the scholars
urn
of
thing.
Amphoreus, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised,
stand by the decision made in the assembly, regardless of outcome.
In the interests of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
Alright, come on, man. Put your vote.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are, wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa.
I actually agree with that NPC.
That
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Yeah, I agree with that NPC. Like, what are you doing, man? Just come on. Put your vote.
Already. What are you waiting for?
What is he waiting on?
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
Yes, it is.
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child.
Hey,
Just
found
as
his
I
teacher.
foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir. But
you cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxa, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
Oh, this is great. You got sisters reuniting, you got students and teachers reuniting.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world.
Alright, what are you up to now, buddy?
Step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Okay, here we go.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Cat.
Masteress.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else.
Oh, she's not happy.
Decipher the truth of this world.
And this is when, oh, okay. Because usually when things like that happen,
The result is clear.
they die like
I
immediately.
carefully enter Lenten above as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Lygus, you can't! Onyxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment.
Oh, she is mad.
Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes.
Well, technically I
have
only
never
have
once
one
switched
left.
sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the wall of heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
Oh, okay, so he's gonna tell them what he discovered? Is this what's about to happen?
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphoreus. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome.
Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
Wait, what?
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Was he trying to flip the script now? What does he have up his sleeves?
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound. In front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you.
The
Do
one
you
with
dare
ignorance
swear
written
by it
all
in
over
front of
your
the Titan?
face.
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, fine then. Answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway.
How is he gonna promise this new
But
world?
you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare...
And this is where usually an arrow or a spear or something
everything that the
happens to
Flame
stop
Chase
them from
journey
saying the
promises
truth.
is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
No, they're not gonna like that.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about?
Oh, shit's about to hit the fan.
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
Oh, he's taking everyone down with him. Oh, jeez.
Even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
That's one way to get her off her leadership throne. Jeez.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear. Elders and citizens, silence.
What a coup just happened.
Amphoreus of the Grove of
Man.
has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akima and Ligus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of
What did
Talanta
Ligus
and
do?
Kepler, Akima
Don't
is
throw
to
him in
form a
that.
committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Curse you.
Oh yeah, she is.
Now,
She's pissed.
concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kepler. In the names of Talantin and Kepler, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Let him die? That seems a little harsh, man. Let him die?
Professor.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him die!
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die!
Alright, what do you pick, Aglaya?
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Alright, so did I get my soul back now?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphoreus to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the
Death
deceased
was always
here,
the power at your
but
fingertips. You're just now
I shall open the gates
living
of the
with it.
netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain. Thank you. Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm.
Are you gonna put me in a dragon and send the dragon up?
If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the Flame Chase journey, and for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
Hey!
I believe in you.
I don't wanna, do we have to walk super slow for this?
Just forget about all the hardships of the mortal realm. Such a sweet joy.
Lift your chin up high! Step forward with us toward tomorrow!
All the memories.
Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
No, don't turn around for any reminiscent glances. Get your ass back up there.
Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
Man, how did that was... So I think this concludes 3.2, I think.
Your soul is still perfectly whole, as if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It's seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time?
Don't do it. Oh, I'm dead again.
Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine.
Does she have control over it now?
The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
And I think that's the end of 3.2. Or is coming close to the end of 3.2. So how in the hell does 3.3 just, like,
seeking your whole life?
Goes haywire?
I gave up everything in search of truth. And it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you
crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision's clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the Flame Chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case. but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Fine.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined
Okay,
paths.
things definitely gotta go wrong in 3.3. If these two agree, these two are agreeing on stuff.
Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
And I think that is the end of 3.3. Hold on, let me see. I don't want to start 3. No, I'm sorry. The end of 3.2. So we gotta deposit this core flame.
I'm gladdened. But I don't see Castris among your number.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trina, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding core flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Constellation.
Abomination for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus. No. The Titan. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal.
She said all that with those little hushes of words. Come on.
Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver, and especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Man, that's a lot.
I swear.
That, talk about pressure.
I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the Newsporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Ah, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
Ooh, good question.
How should I know?
Oh my.
But since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Oh.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
Oh.
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
And he's gone? That's it? He's just gone?
Thankfully, she's still alive.
She's not out of this ice yet?
Also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express. But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
Ooh. Could it possibly that if she wakes up,
I do not have
she loses her memories all over again?
But judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember? Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation.
Why is this remembrance person after her memories? Like, what? I cannot wait till we figure out who March 7th actually was prior to this. I hope she gets her memories back and we can figure out what is going on and why she's being attacked.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphoreus holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphoreus first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form. I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts. You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li. I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March.
I can't wait to get a full March 7 backstory, because why was she trapped in ice? What was she like before? Why is it happening again? And why are they attacking her memories?
Further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating. Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies. It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphoreus.
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphoreus has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's, hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphoreus, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
Seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphoreus?
You're planning to head to Amphoreus
Oh
yourself?
boy.
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
The more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates, then sit back and enjoy the show. Alright, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work. First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial board.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphoreus celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me and...
As you wish.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. First mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete.
So we got Fulu looking at Amphoreus, we got March still frozen, probably losing memories, we got Madam Herta on to make her debut into Amphoreus.
Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphoreus? Its appearance sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright. Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Amphoreus? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way
Oh,
in.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I just noticed Flame Reaper's just chilling over there.
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it. Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives. What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that some of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphoreus. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphoreus is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so
yeah, she should probably turn around now. Because when we landed in Amphoreus, you had the one guy talking about, oh, there's people from sky above and March is so beautiful, and they had to arrest him. So I would hate to see what they'd have to do to her.
Completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
Herta, don't push it.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreus is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh? No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphoreus. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding.
Why does he sound like he's getting angrier every time he talks to her?
The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Ooh, so that was finally the end of 3.2. This is now the start of 3.3. Yeah, so this is now the start of 3.3. So we are going to pick this up tomorrow and try and push through 3.3. This is where all hell is supposed to break loose. I can't wait to see how that's going to happen. What causes it? I feel like Herta is probably the reason. So, yeah. So, thanks for joining me. I hope I can see you guys tomorrow for 3.3. If you like this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good night.